Miss Marvel was shown off for the first time many months ago, but was met with some criticism. The show just didn't respect the character or show off who Kamala was in the comic books. However, now the first episode is released on Disney+, the series seems great, and fans are enjoying their time with it. So stay tuned to today's video as we discuss how Miss Marvel is the highest scoring Disney+ Marvel series ever. First up, why Miss Marvel is doing so well. Though Miss Marvel was still met with some criticism after the first episode launched last week, the series seems to be doing super well with fans. This show marks the first Marvel Disney+ series that is really for a specific audience. Of course, any MCU fan can and probably will enjoy the series for what it is, but the show is designed for younger girls to watch. They have said this from the get-go, and it makes a lot of sense as you watch the first episode and see what the show is about. Despite Miss Marvel's powers being much different in the series than in the video games and comic books, the show does a decent job at Kamala Khan. Clearly, the MCU is setting up for a change for the character when the Inhumans and mutants are introduced in a few years' time, so we will wait and see for the reveal later down the line. If you now look at the statistics that have been released for Miss Marvel, it looks like this is the highest rated Marvel Disney Plus show, but also the highest rated MCU project that is released so far. Before at the top were both Black Panther and Avengers Endgame with 96% and 94% respectively. Now, Miss Marvel sits at the top of the list with a surprising 97% rating. It's actually incredible that the show has made it this far up and is staying there. Of course, as the series releases, the show will probably go down just like many other films and TV series do in ratings, so we'll have to see where the show sits once it's completely done, and the fans have had time to process the show as a whole. In the top 15 MCU projects, there are only a few Disney Plus shows that made the mark: Hawkeye, What If, Loki, and WandaVision. Clearly, if Miss Marvel can stand out and above these other amazing series, it is doing something right. Miss Marvel has a very specific audience, so it makes some sense that others might not like it in the long run. What do you think about this show? Let us know down in the comments below. Despite scoring so well, a second season of Miss Marvel is not guaranteed. We know for a fact that Miss Marvel is going to appear in the Marvels in 2023, so that may have always been the plan rather than there being a second season of the show. We've seen this with a few successful series where some have been left in limbo and others transitioned into film. Only two Disney Plus series have confirmed second seasons right now: What If and Loki. As is noted before, the series was set to be review bombed and has been on many other sites like Rotten Tomatoes. They did delete the vast majority of the spam, but other platforms like IMDb have struggled. Miss Marvel sits at a 1 star on IMDb because of the spam and fake ratings. It's such a shame because this show is doing super well, and it's clearly not bad at all. Well, at the end of the day, the fans speak loudly. So what do you think about Miss Marvel and its reception so far? Please let us know down in the comment section below your thoughts on the entire thing. And now on to some other Marvel news and information from the past few weeks. Next up, what does Thor trailer contain? We had already seen the first Thor Love and Thunder trailer a few months back now, but this new one shows way more than the original. Some of the scenes are the same, but we have some brand new moments to cover. The trailer opens up with Korg telling the story of Thor to some alien children. This might mean that this moment is set after the ending of the film, which would make a lot of sense with what we saw next. Thor has been meditating on this planet and is seemingly retired from being a superhero and an Avenger. He has found some peace on this planet, and it's really nice to see him chill out for once. Thor is about to get into something crazy though. The next part of the trailer is where we finally see Natalie Portman's Jane Foster being the mighty Thor on screen for the first time. Thor thinks his hammer Mjolnir has finally returned to him, but is shocked to find out that Jane is wielding the weapon. The hammer is still shattered, of course, but something is keeping it together. It's either some magic or Jane's powers as the new Thor. In the new comics, Jane becomes Thor to cure her cancer after Thor is seen unworthy during a battle with Gore. The powers cure her cancer, but only while she has them. From what we have heard already, this story should be playing out in the film, and it's gonna be an emotional one. This is the first time in many years that Thor and Jane have seen one another, and we find out that Jane was in fact snapped as she only recalls a few years passing, whereas Thor knows the exact date. The biggest part of this trailer is of course the long-awaited reveal of Christian Bale's Gore the God Butcher. We have known for a long time that he was playing the character, but had only seen glimpses of him through toy leaks a few months back. He finally shows up in this second trailer of Thor Love and Thunder, and fans are mixed on his version of the character. Many are complaining that Gore doesn't look as alien as he does in the comics, as Bale's version doesn't have the tendrils that the comic book version does. However, these might appear later on in the film as Gore gets stronger after the magic takes over his body like the comic book storyline. Gore is hunting down every god he can after he was betrayed by them. He comes from a group of people who worship gods and blame their problems on not appealing to them. When he discovered that the gods didn't care about them, he was angry, and he took his anger out on them. He is hunting them in this trailer. As you can see by the massive creature Korg and Thor standover, Gore is the main villain of this film, and is looking fantastic. We're gonna see some truly amazing battles with him towards the end of the film, and they are very stylistic. It seems like his fights are gonna be monochrome, which should bring something amazing to the battles. And finally, we have John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange 2, divides Marvel fans. Before Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness even released, John Krasinski being in the project project was somehow leaked online. A week or so prior to the film releasing, a few images surfaced on Twitter showing the entire Illuminati lineup in the film. Many avoided this leak, but it started the current debate within the Marvel fandom well before the film even released. Now that the film is out and many people have seen it, the debate has gotten even more heated. The debate currently is if John Krasinski is even well suited for the role of Reed Richards and the leader of the Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic. Krasinski has been fan cast for years now, and even the actor himself heard about the fans wanting him to play Richards. He has commented on the matter a few times, expressing how he would love to play the character, but Marvel hadn't contacted him at all. This was also in connection to his wife Emily Blunt, as fans wanted her to play Sue Storm. Obviously, Krasinski is best known for his role in A Quiet Place and of course The Office. Both of these roles are completely different to one another and show acting range of the actor. He has of course been in many other shows and films, so his acting isn't bad at all. Some fans believe that the only reason Krasinski played Reed in the film is because the fans wanted him to, and not because he's good at the role. Others disagree and think he is the perfect casting for Reed and did an amazing job in the film. What do you think about all this? Let us know down in the comment section below. And that's the end of today's video. Marvel has been creating some amazing products recently, and we can't wait to see more down the line. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like this video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!